Yeah, there'll be some Warzone tonight, man. Gotta talk about a few things first. It'll be on another stream. Talk to me in the chat if you're watching. How's y'all's night going? Share this stream real quick, and I'll get started. What's up, CJ? Yeah, man, I understand, bro. Yeah, CJ, I see, man. I'm just sharing the room from my messenger list right now. All through that. That's pretty much it, man. Cool. What's going on, guys? This up and going here 1 second, man. Just bear with me. We got that going. All right. Pull my live chat so I can read y'all here. What's up, Josh? What's up, Joseph? Not too much, man. Not too much. Just got home from work not a little while ago. Ate me some food and showered, all that fun stuff, and then we're gonna talk a little bit here. Um, all right, man. So for those of you that don't know me, if you're all watching, my name is Eric. I have this YouTube channel for gaming, mostly. Um, damn, Ethernet sucks, bro. They get you back in here, man. Um, pretty much, man. I wanted to talk for a little bit, man, and if y'all have some, if that's better for you, um, feeling, pretty much just want to talk about, pretty much, man. One of America's, probably most America's silent killer, man, is depression and anxiety. Um, I was diagnosed with this back when I was 16 years old, so I'm 33 now. Um, and like I said, this channel is mainly for gaming. I'm thinking about making a second channel. Depends how this goes. probably do this like a once a week thing. If it, talk about what I'm going through, and if other people want to share as well what they're going through, and what they do to help themselves out, what helps them through what they're going on. I think a lot of people who go through depression are very silent on the subject because, and anxiety as well, just because they have a feeling no one wants to listen what they got to say or any shit like that. Um, so pretty much, man. Here for the past handful of, I mean, probably for a good majority of the years, man. Um, I've gone through depression a lot, anxiety a lot. I've actually attempted suicide twice in my time. I was last attempt was in 2008. Um, I back then, man. I was in a deep dark place. But pretty much, let me give you the quick rundown with things. I moved. I'm originally from West Palm Beach, Florida. I moved up here when I was 8. In that time, since we moved up here, my parents were still together. My dad transferred from was working for Publix at the time, transferred up here, and that and so forth. I appreciate it, CJ. Uh, anyway, man. Pretty much, man. My parents separated and divorced on around my 13th birthday. If actually, I think they announced the divorce on my 13th birthday. So happy fucking birthday to me. At 13. Long story short, man. So of course, man. I think if you grew up with your parents, if your parents are still together, man, that's awesome. Um, but pretty much, man. When that happened around 13, of course, I was devastated, man. That's my mom and my dad. What's going on, Rachel? Um, but hello, hello. Anyway, so that happened when I was 13, 14 years old, and about a year, two after that, my dad got remarried about a year later to this other woman. I'm not gonna mention anyone's name drops. I'm not gonna name drop anyone, man. It's some people know who I'm talking about, some people won't, and that's fine. If you are watching this and you know you're involved in the situation, then you know I'm talking about you. Long story short, man, my dad, when he got married, man, he pretty much went and, he was still around physically, man, but he was more, let's call it what the fuck it is. He was pussy whipped with his wife. And so when I needed my dad around, man, he wasn't really emotionally there as my dad. I mean, he was physically there. We went to his house every weekend, just like any, kid that has parents divorced, whatever, growing up. And anyway, but he was more inclined with his wife, not really there for me or my sister. Um, at the same time, my mom also met a guy. Was when I started playing drums at this church. Actually, I met him through that. And then him and my mom got together and stuff like that, and pretty much got together, started dating. He was a cool guy at first and stuff like that, but then they got married and moved in. We all got a house together, moved in, whatever. And in that time, man, they were married for 2 years. In that time, man, he also had some demons he was battling at the same time. Unfortunately, he did pass away a couple years ago. But at the time, man, there was no physical abuse in my household, at all. But there was a lot of mental abuse, emotional abuse, shit like that. Um, and that went on for about 2 years, man. About just about every damn day. Um, and at the time I'm in high school, also high school, man, is some people, man, it's the best years of your life. For others, it's kind of hit and miss. For others, it's the worst years of your life. For me, it was more of a hit and miss type deal. But anyway, so in that time frame, man, there was a lot of arguing between my mom and my stepdad at the time, and there was a lot of verbal abuse going back and forth, not towards just my mom, but towards me, my sister, and we were around that shit for 2 whole years, man, day in and day out. Um, I told myself that when I got, old enough to have my own family of my own, one day that, or when I have my other relationships down the road, my own relationships as an adult and stuff like that, I will not argue about stupid shit. If I have a valid point to argue, or I know I have a right to say something, I know I'm in the right somewhere, I'll say my piece, and then we can talk about it as an adults. I'm not gonna fucking argue about a piece of fucking ketchup on the floor, So, or drop of ketchup, whichever. Um, I'm not going to sit there and argue about stupid shit. I'm not going to. I refuse to do it. Um, so in that time, man, that's where my depression started, man, because of that situation. Um, I had a teacher in fifth grade told me I was a waste of space. Uh, I had another teacher that was actually like a second mom to me, and I talked to her a lot about stuff that went through my life and stuff that was going on in my life, whatever. And she really helped me a lot. I was friends with her daughters in school as well. And at the time, man, um, so anyway, she was like the one person I could go to, man. My grandparents, that unfortunately as well are no longer with us, um, were the two people that I could really go talk to about my shit. They would sit down, they would listen. Um, well, anyway, my teacher was uh, the one I was considered second mom to me was hit and killed by a drunk driver one night. Um, after that happened, you know, uh, depression, depression on that end too. So, I didn't really have anyone I could really talk to about my shit, man. My shit would just bottle up, and a lot of it became a lot of built up anger inside, man. A lot of frustration, a lot of irritation, whichever fucking word you can name it. That was pretty much it. Um, so therefore, man, I had a lot of anger outbursts, you know, in school, on my baseball teams when I played baseball, um, and throughout all high school and in my early 20s and sometimes recently. Um, However, man, not only dealing with all of that, there was a time period. So we'll flash forward after those 2 years. I really didn't talk to anyone, man. I talked to my grandparents here and there when I was able to, because they did still at the time live in Florida, and but mainly, man, I tried therapy here and there, man, but like, I don't know, man, me and therapy just don't fucking go together, man. Like, with therapy, it's, I think it's full of shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see how a person who's making, like, say, $100 a session for 1 fucking hour a week is able to really give a shit what you got going, what you gotta say. Man, they're making bank. They're charging each person. They're probably seeing 4 or 5 people a day. $100, $100, $100. Shit, man. Like, that's whatever, man. That's their career. That's what they want to do. Now, I'm not saying all therapists are like that, man. Some therapists do give a fuck what you got going on, but a lot of, at least to me anyway, I haven't had a therapist I really clicked with, man. It's the same shit. I was listening over. It's just like for a whole hour, man, just asking the same fucking questions over and over again. Like, how does this make you feel? How are you feeling today? What could you do to improve on this? Blah 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 blah. You're not really talking, man. You're just answering. It's like a fucking job interview, So you're just answering the questions as it keeps going on and going on. Flash forward to the What's up, Shelby? I'm not on the game yet, man. Just having a talk right now. Um, so going into my early 20s, man. I lived with a person for a while, who was a very good friend of mine growing up. We roomed together for a while, man. All that shit like that. Actually, we had like a house full of people, man. And unfortunately, man, our friendship is no longer to this day. And it's not that, well, I mean, there is an incident that happened, um, about 10, 12 years ago, and just pretty much let's just say that was the nail in the coffin with our friendship, man. But I kept it ongoing, or at least tried to after that happened. I'm not gonna go into detail about all that. But what's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Um, but the thing is, man, is that I don't, I forgive, man. I forgive. I'm a forgiving fucking person, man. I'll give it chance after chance after fucking chance. However, man, I this one particular incident, I have not forgotten about it. Forgave the person for it, but I have not forgotten about it. And that really put a strain. Like our friendship was just not the same afterwards, man. Um, I tried to keep it ongoing for a handful of years, man, because I did grow up with the guy, and it's like that. And I have no ill feelings towards him, man. I hope not, but the best for him and shit, I really do. It's just well, you fucked me over once, go fuck off. You go fuck yourself, pretty much. Um, so flash forward to, so dealing with depression, I got diagnosed with it when I was 16. It was with my with my parents divorcing when I was 13. The abuse I took for 2 years after when my mom got remarried to her second husband, and then so for a long time, man, I was pretty much pretty much I had some friends in high school, man, but when you graduate high school, you're like, oh yeah, man, we're gonna see each other for the rest of our lives, blah 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 blah. That's full of shit, man. I didn't know that that day that I graduated, that people that I was really cool with in high school, people I was really good friends with in high school, man, that'd be the last day I see them or even speak to them. Um, so yeah, so I mean, like we talk every once in a while, like on Facebook here and there, man. But the person I consider, okay, so friendship to me, man. I have a lot of acquaintances, man, but a friendship to me, man, is that I can be there for that person. If that person needs me, man. Whether it's I know I got some of my gaming buddies in here. Um, I actually, man, I had a gaming buddy of mine. Um, go through some stuff. This, I guess, about a week ago now. So he was going through some stuff about a week ago, man. I was on stream, was playing. Um, he hit me up privately on Messenger, man, saying he was going through some stuff. He was ready to give up, whatever, man. So when I see words like that, now when you're ready to give up, man, that can mean so many fucking different things, man. Um, but anyway, man, I know that the guy was in need to talk to someone or whatever, man. So I abruptly ended my stream, got off the game, left mid game. Left my left my teammates hanging in the mid game and whatnot. And man, and I spoke to him. I probably stayed up for about 2 hours after I got off stream on a work night and stuff like that, till like 1 in the morning, man, talking to the guy and stuff like that, and talking to another buddy of ours too, making sure he was all right. Um, to me, man, friendship, man, is you got many acquaintances, man, but a friendship is someone that you can count on to be there for you, whether they live near you, live in your state, live out of state, whichever way, man, however way you connect with that person. Um, um, and there are real. As I said, there's a lot of fake people out there, man, but there's a lot of real ones too. But to me, friendship, man, is if you can count on that person to be there for you when you need them to be, man, that's a friend. Um, other people will call you their friends, man, but can you really hit them up if you need them to be? Will they be there for you? It just, I don't know, man. I'm like saying I got some people I'm acquaintances with, and I got people I know that I'm really good friends with. Um, so anyway, so in the year of 2000, so I graduated high school in 2007. This is now 2008. I was working at a place called Land Foods International in a warehouse in downtown Atlanta, working night shift. Man, I was working like 15, 16, sometimes a whole 24 hours, man, without a break. I worked night shift at the time, so therefore, which means that the friends I had at the time, they all worked day jobs. I worked at night. So while they're at work during the day, I'm at home asleep. When I'm up at night, they're off work. Want to go out to dinner, go drink a beer, whatever. I gotta go to work. I work 6 days a week then. Um, Stuff like that. So in that meantime, man, for a while, man, I fell into a deep, dark depression, man, because I didn't have time to really go hang out with friends, man. I couldn't date anyone. Didn't have the time. Just I felt really, really fucking alone and fucking isolated, man. Like for a long fucking time. And in order with the depression I battled already then, or still do to this day, is that I just man, I got tired of living, man. I got tired of being around, man. I felt like no one gave a shit. I got tired of being alone all the time, isolated, whatnot, and shit. So therefore, yeah, I attempted suicide twice in 2008. Um, Thankfully, I did not go through. It did not go through. Because however, if that would have went through, then I wouldn't have had my daughter that I have now, who's 8, will be 9 next month. Um, so flash forward, so that was 2008, man. So 2009, dude, I had this girlfriend, and we were together for about 5 or 6 months. Dude, I really was in love with her. Really cared for her a lot too. And everything was fine until her parents got divorced, and then once her parents got divorced, it threw her into a downward spiral. And then like, and we're pretty serious, man. Like we're getting like, we're starting to, I know it's like 6 months in, but like, we're kind of starting to get real serious about our shit and stuff like that. So unfortunately, man, when her parents divorced, man, that kind of threw her in a downward spiral. Then she was like, I'm gonna go travel here and travel there and do this and do that. And I'm just like, man, like, so just like be spontaneous and just go make up with strangers and shit. So I'm like, so obviously that didn't work out. Um, what was fucked up about that, man, was that I took it pretty hard because it was like out of like nowhere where the breakup happened. Didn't see it coming or anything like that. Um, but I took it pretty hard. The guy who was coming over to, which was a mutual friend of ours, man. The guy was, guy was coming to making sure I was okay every day and shit like that. And he actually got me started up smoking, actually. So fuck him too. Um, but anyway, man. So the guy that was coming to check up on me, make sure I was okay with her, man. Bro, he was fucking my ex girlfriend while he's come. Yeah, so he's going to her house at night and doing shit with her, while during the day he's making sure I'm okay. You know, so yeah, fuck that. You know, I had another girl. I kind of got a little ahead of myself, man. I had another girl, man. This was the first girl that I ever gave a shit about, truly gave a shit about. Was in ninth grade, and I think we dated or whatever. Yeah, man. Look, bro, it's all good. Unfortunately, man, too. He's also not here on this earth anymore. He passed away in a car accident a couple years ago. But I mean, it is what it is, man. But getting a little ahead of myself. There's this girl in ninth grade. Really gave a shit about her. We dated. Put quotes on that. 15, 14 years old. You can't really say you're fucking dating at 15. Um. Anyway. Same crap there. We dated for like a month, which is like an eternity in fucking high school. Um. And anyway, really crushed me. She broke up with me, dumped me, whatever. Really crushed me. It took me like a fucking year to get over it, right? Well, anyway, and so she breaks up with me, right? But but then the rest of the year following that, bro, she was like a complete fucking cunt to me for no fucking reason, and didn't do jack shit, man. Did not do a fuck all thing to this bitch. Anyway, so that went on for a whole year, and finally got to the point where we no longer saw each other again. None of that bullshit. Um, and then so that already put me downward spiral, man. And there's a point to I'm getting to a point with all this real quick, and then if any of y'all wanna share y'all stories, on here, or if you wanna private message me on Facebook Messenger and shit like that, man, feel free to, and I'll be glad to talk to you and whatever you want to talk about, man, and see if there's any advice I can give you or advice you want to give me. But anyway, so already in my deep depression as it is, man. That shit happened as well. Back in high school. So flash forward a little bit more. Now I'm 23. So Christiana, Christiana, Christiana was this girl I dated and stuff like that. We dated, and anyway, so when I was 21 is when we were together. We broke up, whatever. 2 years later, I met my kid's mom. We dated for about 2 months. Also, once again, man, at the time, really loved and cared for her. And stuff like that really was all about her. Well, once again, bro, out of fucking nowhere, She would be at my house the night before, dude. We were like fucking kissing, whatever. Not to get too TMI and shit, but it's what the fuck it is. Um, but then the next day, man, she's like, I think we're just better off as friends, whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck, like so. Um, she's like, well, we'll just take a break right now. In the meantime, do whatever and shit. And I'm like, okay, whatever. What even sucked worse about that at that time, dude, is that she was also in my band that I was in. So I had to fucking see her, like twice a week. So it was very awkward band practices for a good fucking while. Um, anyway, we did it for about 2 months. And it was great, man. Like me and her, dude. At the time when we were together, man. And this is my kid's mom, man. I'm not, and this is not to talk shit on anyone. It's not to talk about anyone, man. I'm not that type of person, man. Or anything like that. So if things sound one way or some shit like that, it's not my intention or whatever. But, um, truth be told, you know, so it's talking about this. Don't change. Yeah, no problem. We call him Facebook. You're not busy. All right, but yeah, I'll be gaming on stream here after this a little bit. But yeah, man, I'll definitely hit you up. Anyway, so going forward, man, me and my kid's mom, as we're dating, she calls me up crying one night. I can never have kids. All it's like that. I can never have kids. She's like really upset about it, man. I'm on the phone with her for like 5 or 6 fucking hours, right? So, being a good boyfriend, whatever. So anyway, so we break up. 2 months later, she tells me to come over. Now at this point, I really haven't spoken to her in 2 months. So she kind of like hits me up out of nowhere, like, hey, come down, hang out, whatever. So I'm still getting over this girl. Like I'm still like madly in love with this fucking girl at the time. So anyway, I go down, right? So I go down. We hang out for the weekend. As you can tell. All right, Dave. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, I'll hit you up here in a little while, man. Um, Anyway, long story short, man. Or anyway, we go down for the weekend. We wind up fucking, and well, 9 months later, out comes my kid. Um, what year was? Oh, this is all going on, man. Like multiple years. Uh, but so this year was like 2013, 2012. So 2012 is when this all happened. When this is going with my kid's mom. Um, my daughter was born in March of 2013. Um, so here's the long story of this. So when I found out I was becoming a dad, I was still very much in love with my kid's mom at the time. I wanted my immediate family to be together, man. That was my dream. That is still my dream to this day. Um, is to have my own fucking family, man. That's what I want, man. I want someone to be able to do life shit with, share life shit with, all that crap. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've wanted this since I was like fucking 18, 19 years old, man. That's what I wanted. I didn't ever give a shit, man, if I made it playing baseball. I didn't give a shit if I made it playing if I made it playing music for a living. Um, it didn't matter what my fucking occupation was, man. My ultimate fucking dream, my goal was to um have my own house, my own family, meet someone, all that bullshit. So when my daughter was born, man, and before my daughter was born, for those whole 9 months, man, like those 9 months carrying on to a year later when my daughter turned 1 years old, man, I beat that fucking horse past fucking dead, man. Trying to make that shit work. At the time, I really wanted it. My kid's mom wanted nothing to fucking do with me, right? So, so anyway, man, it took me a long time to accept that fact, man, that this wasn't going to be what I wanted it to be. Um, so like I said, man, it took me a while to get over that, to accept that, man. It took me about a year or two, 2 years, something like that. So it took me about 2 years to really get through with that, man. Um, Anyway, I did. Life goes on. Moved on from it. I was all right. Still going through depression. At this time, man, through this whole damn depression, man, I really haven't taken any medications. I just don't really believe in that shit. Contradicted that I do take medication now. I take Lexapro and Vistatril, man. Lexapro for the depression, Vistatril for anxiety. Um, but I still think to this day that medication is should be your last fucking resort, man, to dealing with depression and shit like that. Going off the story here for a second, but like I think that should be the last. That should be your last fucking resort, bro. Like the medication shit should be the last fucking resort because it's not helping the problem. It's masking it. It's making you put a fucking smile on your face and acting like everything in life is a fucking k, and it's not. So um, for me, um, I was really I'm still against it to this day, even though I fucking take it, man, because it was pretty much a last resort. It makes you, yeah, bro. So I mean, the medication, man, yeah, it can make you feel okay, feel good, whatever, while you're on it. But at the same time, man, I got bad anxiety for a while. You bad on Xanax for a while. Yeah, bro. I didn't take Xanax. Didn't take that, but I've took, yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, meds can be dangerous, man. If you use it wrong and all that shit like that, man, that shit can be very, very fucking dangerous, man. I've heard people OD on that shit all the fucking time, man, because they just want to feel absolutely fucking nothing. Um, but all in all, man, that shit does. Like I said, man, it can balance you out. It can. But if you're not really going to identify the fucking problem and work on said problem, you are fucked. You're fucked. So, anyway, so going back to the story here for a second. So, me and my kids' mom, we don't work out, all this shit like that. So, 8 milligrams a day, yeah, bro. I think that's what I'm taking for Lexapro. I believe it's like 8 milligrams. It's either that or Vistrol. I think it's Lexapro. Anyway, so going on from that, man, life goes on, man. The girl that I seriously first gave a shit about back in high school reappeared in my life when I was 25. So this is 2015. Okay, so 2015. So 2015, this girl from high school reappears in my life. We get back together again. Now this time, man, because I've been fucked over so much already, man, I have a wall built up, bro. I have a wall built up so goddamn high, man. I'm not, I'm there, man, but I'm not willing to put a label on shit. I'm not willing to really do anything, man. Like, I don't know if you're really here to be here, man, or if you're just here fucking off time. It's hard for me to distinguish the two. So, anyway, man, so she comes around. She's here for about a month and a half, right? And she's like, telling my sister, telling my family, like, yeah, I wish she puts a label on shit. I really want to be with them, blah, 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 blah. It's alright, man. So I let my fucking wall down, man. I let the fucking wall down. I asked her out night one, or asked her to be my girlfriend night one. Did like this whole romantic bullshit, whatever. She says yes. Fucking awesome. 24 hours later, bro, not even bullshit, 24 hours later, she fucking breaks up with me and tells me, she goes, I need to focus on me and my kid and get my life and all that shit to get going. I'm like, you've been here for almost 2 fucking months. All this other bullshit. All this other bullshit and stuff like that, man. And then, she breaks up with me, tells me all this shit, and I'm like, it took you, and like, you've been here for 2 fucking months. You're just now coming to this a fucking epiphany that, you need to get your shit together. Alright, man, you do what you need to do. Anyway, so she stayed at my house a couple days later, man. We got into a big ass fight one night. Man, she was a psycho bitch, man. I'm just gonna fucking say that right now. She was a psycho bitch. I will say that about her. Once again, man, I wish her nothing but the best and all that shit like that. Whichever how that goes. However, anyway, we got the biggest fight, man. She went to go quote unquote slam the door in front of my face. But it's okay. But anyway, long story short, she pretty much slapped me across my face, man. Now, I've never hit a fucking woman, never done it. Wasn't going to start now. What I did do was pretty much told her to get her shit and get the fuck out of my apartment, which she was refusing to. So what I did was pretty much got her shit and hurled that shit out the front door like a goddamn frisbee. Called my sister to come over to 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, you come get her, so here's $20 in gas. I said, I don't give a fuck where you take her. Never heard from her again after that night. But like I said, man, wish her nothing but the best down the road. So anyway, man, so for the handful of next couple years, man, I did date here and there and shit like that. Didn't really get seriously involved with anyone. Just because with my job at the time, I was working, man. Like I was working like 100 hours a week, man. Was with service tech at Goodyear in Dorville, Georgia, and I was working like 100 hours a week, man. I was just fucking just going full fucking throttle with my job. And pretty much what made me quit then, and once again, man, depression, all that shit sunk in too, man. Just the way how management we treated us there, the way how many hours I was working a week, man. My daughter was 3 at the time. Um, I get a phone call, man. Now at this time, man, me and my kid's mom were going through some shit. Not really on speaking terms. I haven't seen my kid in 6 months. But but I did get to talk to my daughter every once in a while. So there's this one night, man, my daughter, I'm on the phone with my daughter, man. She's fucking crying, dude. She's 3 years old. She's fucking crying. And I'm like, no, I'm like, sweetie, what's wrong? Whatever. And then she tells me, she's like, how come you're not around? My 3-year-old daughter asked me why I'm not around. At the time, it had some stuff to do with her mom because she believed on some stuff that wasn't true. Um, and I was just working nonstop around the clock for man, I didn't have a single day off for 3 years, man. For 3 years, not one fucking day off. Um, anyway, man, my daughter calls me. I decided right then and there that this is bullshit. I up and quit my job. I up and quit my job the very next morning. And took a $7, $8 pay cut, and went and worked at my dad's place he was working at for a little while, just so I could have somewhat of a fucking life, man. Um, so anyway, like I said, over this course of a couple of years, man, I've dealing with everything else, man, and dealing with depression, man. When you're dealing with depression, man, it's some people deal with it differently. For me, how it's affected me in a negative way, man, is I shut the fuck down and I don't give a fuck about shit. Like, I do not give a fuck about shit. There's no motivation, there's no willingness to go forward or anything like that. And I'm not necessarily, thinking about suicidal thoughts, but like, you just got no fucking motivation to do shit, man. Nothing. So, when I was going through depression, man, I lost my apartment back in 2016. Was it 2016? It was 2016. Lost my apartment, got evicted. Because I just, got evicted and shit. Not just, just because we lost like two major accounts at my job at the time, which was my bread and butter accounts that I was making serious money off of. We lost those accounts, and then just, nothing really picked back up after that to keep my bills afloat. Plus, just didn't give a shit, man. I didn't give a shit. And I'm still I still have days like that to this day, man, where I just don't have no fucking motivation, man. It's an act of fucking God to get the fuck up out of bed to go to work in the morning. Really act of God, man. I'll sit there, my alarm goes off at 6:30, man. I wake up, I literally in that fucking bed for about 45 minutes, man. Just like, why? What is the fucking purpose of getting up? Why do I have to fucking go do this shit today? There's no fucking point. Which I'm sure a lot of us have that, have that every once in a while, man. But for me, man, it's almost a constant fucking struggle every day, man. I went back to work for Goodyear, about 2 years ago. Once again, man, was treated very poorly. It was just a fucking toxic ass environment. It was a fucking circus, man. It was a fucking circus for a hot ass minute, man, and just the way how things were being done and being treated personally and all that shit like that, man. I went to mental breakdown, man. Like, I came home fucking in tears at my mom's house. How old was I? I was fucking 31 years old, man. 31 years old. I'm coming home to my mom's house in fucking tears, bro, because I've had enough of the bullshit, man. I can't let it take so fucking much. I up and quit the job, man. I quit for 2 fucking months. I told the guy who was running the place at the time that he can go fuck himself and all kinds of shit. I was done. I was out. Bye. See ya. Well, my idea was I was gonna work for myself, man. I was gonna go do Uber, fucking DoorDash, fucking Lyft, whatever. Be my own fucking boss, make my own damn money, do my own schedule. All this bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Chris, yeah, venting from you listen. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, bro. Really do. But anyway, so I so yeah, man, I said fuck it, up and quit my job. So at the time, like I said, I was gonna do DoorDash, all that bullshit, make my own living and shit like that, be my own fucking boss, make my own fucking schedule, do what the fuck I want to do. through that, that's as I was going to go do that, that's when COVID hit, like really hit, and shut the whole fucking thing down. So for 2 months, man, I couldn't find a job. At this point, man, the guy who was running Goodyear at the time knew him on a personal level. He begged me to come back. I mean, he'll tell people like, "Oh, I brought him back," blah blah. No, motherfucker begged me to come back. Um, so whatever. At the end of the day, man, I knew like I have a kid to take care of, man. I got my shit to take care of, blah blah blah. This, that, and the third. I went back to work at Goodyear, and I've been back there since then. Now, since then, since I've been back at Goodyear, the whole dynamic has changed. The person that was running it at the time is no longer there. Um, and I really like the dynamic and the environment that's put in place now. You still got your irritating days, man, but like that's with anyone, any fucking job. Um, I no longer do night calls no more. I no longer do the roadside assistance, man. I work, in the shop Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, or if we go home early, whichever. Right now we're pretty slow and shit, so hours are kind of cut right now. But um, anyway, as far as my job goes, man, it's more peaceful, less hectic, way less toxic than what it was before. It's no longer a fucking circus; it's a place of business. Um, so having said that, man, so for a few years, man, and I'm gonna wrap this up here pretty shortly, man. I want to sit here and just ramble on and on and on. So pretty much, man, um, I got into streaming, as you can see on the background. I got into streaming about 2 years ago. Didn't really play Call of Duty, man. Didn't play Call of Duty at all. I played mainly, man. I had a PlayStation, but I just come home. I didn't do online gaming at all. I went to work. I come home. I play MLB The Show. A couple of games that I watch, whatever's on Netflix. I come home by myself, do my own thing, and just chill, watch movies, man. Um, Kind of how this all started up was I got guys at work like, hey man, you got a PlayStation? I'm like, yeah, I got a PlayStation. You play? I'm like, not really. Well, man, go get Call of Duty, man. We all play, whatever. So how it started was I was playing with a bunch of guys from work. We played for a couple months, and then one by one, everyone just kind of left and had other shit going on, or played other games or whatever and shit like that. Well, me and one guy in particular that I work with, who's actually my service manager, me and him, the only two that still kept playing. So as I was, now like I get shit on a lot this game. There's nights I do good, and there's nights I get shit on a lot. But anyway, I wanted to get better at the game and shit, man. Because I fell in love with the game, man. It was cool. It was like all this other shit. Because I played Call of Duty at my friend's house every once in a while growing up, stuff like that. But anyway, so I started watching these guys stream and stuff like that, and they're like big time streamers. They're making fucking, I don't know, man. Like I think one streamer makes like what was it, like 500,000 a month. So now I didn't get into streaming to make money or whatever. I stream because I like to stream and I have a passion for it, and it's fun to do. But I got into it about 2 years ago. Anyway, they all quit playing, so I'm like, okay, well, me and my buddy Josh kept on playing. We kept playing multiplayer, whatever. And then through and through, my friend, one of my other friends, got involved, and then he introduced us to some other people. And then I go on Facebook groups. I've got guys from other Facebook groups that come over. Now when it was just start off with guys at work, and it was just me and this other guy. Now we have a whole group on Facebook, man. That's like over 40 members. So within a year's time, having to grow that big, and we all game together at different times of the day. It's pretty fucking cool with this whole how you can do online gaming and shit now, man. We play with guys in Missouri. We play with guys out in California. We play with a guy in Texas. We play with a guy all the way in fucking Scotland. So like we all get together, man. Now, having said all that, Warzone came out and shit like that. We all got into that. And that's what we mainly play now. I would like to do this for a living. It'd be pretty cool to do. So still slowly but surely still building all that shit up. It takes time with that, but it'd be pretty cool to do this for a living. Best ever, yeah, just about here, man. Anyway, so long story short, man, the group of friends I was playing with, I got introduced to this girl, and so me and this girl, she was very silent at first, very awkward and shit at first. Like she would not fucking say a fucking word. Like you literally had to talk to her to get her to fucking talk to you. So we just be gaming, man, and then over time, man, she got talking more and more and more and more. Um, and over time, man, it was a lot of times, man, me and her were gaming together, man, like all the fucking time, and we were just doing duos, Warzone duos, and shit like that all the time. And me and her would game for, I don't know, bro. Like, I get home from work, man. Me, her, and I would game together, man, for 5, 6 hours a night, man. Like, just straight up. And anyway, as time went on, man, um, you know, I kind of had a feeling, what I'm saying, that she kind of had a thing for me and shit like that, because I could just hear how she's talking to like all the other people. But then when she's talking to me, it's like a whole different vibe, whole different voice change, shit like that. Little hints. But anyway, she was dating another guy who played with us at the time. And anyway, you know, as time went on, me and her got more talking on a personal level outside the game, and it wasn't nothing like that. It was more just like, like just like life shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think actually, I think I know when our first actual deep conversation was on my granddad's birthday of this past year. It was my granddad, I was super really close with, man. He helped raise me as a kid. Was more of a father figure to me than my actual dad was. Sadly passed away in September of 2019, or I'm sorry, yeah, 2020 it was September 19th, 2020. Anyway, so my granddad's birthday came around in March. What's up, Kimberly? Um, my granddad's birthday came around in March, man, and we got to anyway, I took the day off of work, man, because I was going through some deep shit with that man. I was still getting over his death. I took it pretty really fucking hard, because it was kind of sudden. It wasn't really, we really weren't planning on that happening. Um, and for those you don't know though too, like I've currently moved in with my grandmother. Currently, the last one I have right now, man, to kind of help her out for a little while. Man, I had to move out of my apartment for other reasons that I was staying at. But came here to help out my grandmother for a while. So here I am. This don't know if you can really see it here for a second, but pretty much this Barney and Friends, purple ass looking room. But it's all cool, man. Helping my grandmother out, and she's helping me out at the same time. So it's cool. Um, but anyway, man, I lost two grandparents within 2 weeks of each other in 2019. Lost my granddad I was real close with at in the year 2020. And this is the last one I have remaining, man. This gives me more time to spend more time with her. Go get you a Barney Birch fit. Yeah, man, I feel you. Man, hey, man, don't tempt me, man. I'll fucking do it. Get all the stuffed animals to go along with it too. But anyway, man, so I got game with this girl, right? And we got super close, man. We had a, first deep conversation was on my granddad's birthday, man. I was going through some shit. She could tell I was going through some shit. So we got on Messenger and shit like that, or Messenger video call or phone call, whatever. And man, that was like the first day, man. We talked for like fucking 4 hours, bro. Like, because she was the first one I could actually just fucking talk to. Anyway, going from there, her and said guy break up and all like that, and she pretty much let it know she had feelings for me and shit like that, like right before they broke up. I'm just like, okay, well, kind of need to break that off before anything can start here. So pretty much, man, like I said, I'm not gonna mention any, I know I've mentioned a few names, but a lot of names I'm not gonna mention. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. If you don't know, then you don't know. And if you're a said person watching this, then you know who I'm talking about. I am talking about you. However, so we started hanging out, talking, man, like 2 days after she broke up with this guy. Now they were together for 3 years. There are reasons. There are some things on her side of stuff that I'm not going to share because it's not my business to share. It's not my story to tell. But I will say that their relationship was not great. I caught the tail end of it when I started gaming with both of them, so like, I wasn't around or friends with them for the whole duration of that time. But I caught the tail end of it, and shit happens. Anyway, we started hanging, talking like 2 days afterwards, man. And I wasn't really friends with this guy, but I was acquaintances with him. I got him a job with me at Goodyear. He got fired within 3 months, um, and all that bullshit. But anyway, so we get to talking and all it's like that, man. And we got to talking, more talking, shit like that. We're hanging out a lot. We actually, wind up putting a label on things. It lasted for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But the thing is, man, is when it comes to this topic right here, it's that pretty much, man, it was doomed from the word fucking go. Because how we went about it on both ends, man, is like the way I should have handled it when they broke up was I should have told her like like, hey, take your time, even though you're the one that did the breaking up. Take the time, a few months, do whatever you need to do to get through it, man. And if you want to come back here and try this and shit, then hey, man, we can give it a fucking go. Anyway, that wasn't the case, man. Now I at this point, man, I haven't tried really anything for 2 years, man. I didn't fuck for 2 years. I didn't really go on dates with him for 2 years. I pretty much had given up on the whole fucking relationship thing altogether, man. I just gave up on it. It wasn't for me. And just because, dude, I've been through so many fucking rejections, man. I've been through so much bullshit with other different girls, all this other shit, man. So I gave up, dude. I fucking was like, fuck it, I'm done with this, Not to really get religious here for a second, but like I prayed to God, man. I said, what, man, if it's meant for someone to be in my life, I got my daughter, it's all I need. But if it's meant for someone else to come along, then hey, man, it's a bonus and cool deal. Well, aka said girl comes along. So anyway, I've been single for 2 years, man. So my thought process is like, fuck it, let's just go headstrong into it. So we did. And at the time, man, of course, this guy is just like any other one that gets to a breakup. I mean, you have enough time, you're kind of blowing up the phone of the ex or whatever, some shit. And and I get it, man. I've been there, done it, and all that shit like that. My time. So I mean, but anyway, man, it was we weren't really able to focus on us, and then here's why I say this is because on both ends of this, she's dealing with the breakup with this guy. He's also a fucking psychopath, and all this other shit. Me, on the other hand, man, because of all the times I've been fucked over and shit like that, man, like my wall is fucking high, right? And I was really into the streaming thing, man, and I was constantly always on stream every night, even night she was there. And at first it was cool because she would bring her PlayStation up too, and she would play, be in my living room, I'd be on my gaming setup or whatever, and it's all cool, man. And we're just gaming, having a good night, and it was cute and all that shit like that at first. But eventually, man, she she had a problem with it, like she wanted me to, like, hey, look, I'm only here 2 nights a week, can you like spend time with me while I'm here? And I understood where she's coming from, so I'm like, yeah, babe, sure, got you, right? So on the nights that I didn't, that she was up there, I didn't get on the game. My friends, everyone's asking me in the group chat, hey, you get on the man with the girl tonight, so anyway, I didn't game when she was with me. But over time, man, it was a lot of bullshit off rip, man. There was a lot of bullshit off rip. The ex was not leaving her alone, but at the same time, man, it's like, I didn't get involved with it, man. It wasn't my place, She said she's got to handle whatever. All right, man, go handle it your way. I'll stay out of it. And for about 3 months, man, like I did, I did stay. I stayed out of it, man. I let her try to handle her own way. But the thing was, man, is that I felt like it wasn't getting handled. And it was starting to become, and it wasn't that it was pissing me off because he kept blowing up her phone, man. It's the shit that he was doing on some of the phone calls that triggered her past events that she's gone through, and it would fuck her up, man. I really give a shit about this person, man. I really, really getting strong feelings for this person, man. Now, so of course it's pissing me off. Not good feelings, man. Just everything else. So like, anyway, so with all that bullshit, man, going through all that, it was causing problems with us, man. We couldn't, with that going on and with me being in my own way of things, man, because I just didn't fucking believe a word, man. Like, yeah, she was there and she was showing me she wanted to be there and all this like that, man, but I could not just let my fucking wall down, bro. I couldn't do it. And it sucks, man, because she is still, if all the bullshit we've been through so far now, man, she's still a very great woman, man. I still to this day, man, I love her to fucking death, man. I still give a lot of shit about her. Unfortunately, we've never been able to have to the point where it was just me and her, man. Like we never got that, gave each other that fucking chance. So like the first time around, it was the ex me in my own way. So it took her leaving for me to realize, like, man, I'm fucking this shit up. I'm in my way. I need to get out of my own fucking way, man. So I did, man. I started letting my wall down, man, opening up to her, all this other shit. Well, you know, in the couple months that we said we were going to take a break, to work on ourselves individually, man, she started seeing this other guy, all this other shit like that, man. And I'm like, man, like, what the fuck? Like, we're supposed to be working on ourselves, each other individually, so that way when we come back, we're supposed to give each other better, 100% better versions of ourselves. And while I was doing that, man, that's when I started, taking medication, going on my medication, all that bullshit like that, man. And but then it's just like, on top of all that, man, it's like she's not, she's off doing this thing or whatever here, man. So yeah, so it kind of, bro, fucking, it did fucking hurt, man. It fucking hurt like a son of a bitch and shit. And I'm just like, man, like, what the fuck, like. So anyway, so for that went on for a few months, and then like I said, long story short, man. So when we got, so then so then it was this other guy involved. Then when we started talking again, then she wanted to try a different, she wanted to try the poly lifestyle. Now, I don't knock anyone for wanting to do whatever and shit like that. And I don't want anyone else knocking that shit either, man. It's it does exist for some people. It does work, and they're very happy with it, and more power to them, man. I did. We weren't in a poly relationship per se, but the dynamic was kind of there. However, it was about 2 weeks in, man. Man, it wasn't for me, bro. Like the nights I'd be there with her, man. It was just yeah, I'd be wide awake, man, at night trying to like sleep next to me. I'd be wide the fuck awake. I could not sleep, man. Because I'm just like, man, like, I'm going back home tomorrow, from her house. I'm going back home tomorrow after work. Is he gonna be here tomorrow night while I'm not here tonight? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I couldn't do that shit, man. And long story short, man, there was a lot of back and forth, 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 back and forth for the handful of past couple months, man. All at the same time, while I'm trying to show this woman that, I'm not my own way no more. I want to fucking be here, man. I want to be here. Like, bro, like, I sold my gaming shit. I quit streaming and gaming back in October. I sold all my gaming shit, man, to put my time, my focus, and my energy into that. And anyway, man, so like I said, come back around again. Now it's the whole poly thing. So this is what I'm saying, man. Like, we never gave it. There's never been a time yet, or really to really see where that could go. I think, me personally, I think the chemistry between me and her is really fucking great, man. And I really think it could really be a great thing. Unfortunately, man, both people need to be able to see that, not just one. Unfortunately, like I said, man, she's been through a lot of shit in her life, and it's like that. Like I said, I'm not gonna really say go to details. It's not my business to share. It's not my story to tell. But those who do know of our situation, know her, and it's like that. You know what I'm talking about. But long story short, man, I was every time she's needed me, man, I've been there for her, man. Every fucking time, dude, I've been there for her. You know, um, she was sick a couple weeks ago, or sick for the past couple months. Actually, for like the past month, man, she wasn't really feeling well. She had gallbladder issues, heart rhythm issues, caught COVID on top of it. And anyway, man, she called me. She was going to the hospital. She had a heart rhythm issue, man. She was fucking crying. I've been talking to this girl. I've game with her for a year. We were back and forth for almost a year now. Um, she called me crying from the hospital, man. Concerned the fuck out of me, man, because I've never heard this fucking woman cry ever. So I mean, she has like this bad bitch mentality, man, bad bitch vibes as she calls it and shit like that, man. And she doesn't show, she's not like that. So when she's crying, man, that told me something was really fucking up. Um, and on top of all that, man, you know, unfortunately, man. So anyway, so I'm down there with, and she has COVID, right, man? She has COVID. I'm down there at her house, bro, every fucking night that week, man, because she wants me to be there. And she needs me to be there. So I'm down at her house every night, man, helping her take care of her, all that shit, and it's like that. And your child, unity. Yeah, bro. So anyway, so pretty much, man. She tells me that while we're on the couch one night, she tells me, because she knows, I really want this, but I'm not wanting to do the poly thing, man. It's not for me. I don't knock anyone who wants that, and if that works for you, hey, man, it works for you. But it just isn't for me, man. And I didn't put no more effort than I was putting in for the past couple months because she pretty much had it chalked. She had her mind made up, man. She was wanting to do the poly thing. She wasn't backing down off of it. This, that, and the third. So we were just spending time together, man, living in the moment and shit like that. And I knew eventually the party was going to come to an end because I want to be monogamous. I want a family of my own. I want my main person to be my main person, no one else. However, anyway, so she tells me on the couch we're watching, we're doing our Marvel marathon and shit like that, man, because she's never seen a fucking Marvel movie. Fucking weird. But anyway, so she's like, I don't do superhero movies. Well, I got her to watch Captain America, whatever, and then she was fucking hooked and started watching all the other ones in order. And we're sitting watching the movie one night, and she tells me, she goes, she's like, okay. And I'm like, okay, what? And she's like, pretty much not saying she's ready to be together, but she pretty much is making it sound like she wants to put the focus on us now. And if we wind up getting back together working out, she's willing to put the poly idea to the side. It's not going to be an issue. So I'm like, are you sure? She says yes. I'm like, are you 100% sure that you want this? She goes, that you're okay with this. This is what you want to do. And she's like, yes. I'm like, okay. Well, that was a Wednesday night. Flash forward 2 nights later on, man. Or Saturday morning comes, man. We have a little, not gonna get TMI personal, some personal shit happened, but anyway, a little mishap happened on Saturday morning. It wasn't. I mean, it really, man, it got blown up way more than it fucking should have. Way more, because the situation was embarrassing for me. But she took it like a direct shot personally. And she was already pissed off with it, irritated as fuck. Told me to get out of her house, all this other shit, man. So it's like, and I'm over here like, what the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? And it's just a little mishap, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna go into detail with it, but pretty much, man, I'm in love. I've been in love with this girl for the past like 7-8 months now, man. I really give a shit a lot about her. She also has a kid who's been through a lot too. He's 11 years old. I really got super attached to him as well. I mean, he's a great fucking kid, and I'm telling you right now, man. Like I said, not gonna go into it's not my story to tell, but the shit that this kid has been through, man, at 11 years old, man, fucking huge respect for that fucking kid, man. Huge respect. Kid's got bigger pair of balls than I do, man. because even at 33, if I were to go through now the shit he went through, I think he was 6 or 7 at the time. You know, how he, I mean, he's got his days and shit too, man. But the way he carries himself, man, I got no doubt that that kid's gonna be a great fucking man one day, man. Like a great young man one day. I got no fucking doubt at all. Um, just the way he's able to carry himself, man, is just it's it's fucking just yeah, man. It's a fucking it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So so I get super attached, to her son as well, and there's not still not a day. I still think about them both to this day, man. The mishap happened about a month ago. It'll be a month ago this coming weekend. Um, and on so pretty much got put on ignore, really. And I hate that shit, man. I hate being put on ignore and shit like that, man. Especially if I'm with that, Now let's put it this way: no, we were not together. But if my thing is, man, if you're talking to someone, being intimate with someone, call it whatever you want to fucking call it, playing house, whatever the fuck it is you want to call it. Sure, you may not be together and all that sort of shit, man, but man, there should be a level of respect somewhere there. Like, and so when she was in her down moods, man, she shuts the fuck down, all this sort of stuff. And people handle shit their own fucking way, man. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is, man, is it's like, yeah, I got my down days too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of down days too. But I don't put you on ignore. I don't fucking ignore people. I don't fucking put them off to the fucking side, make them think what the fuck is going on. Why isn't this motherfucker talking? And that bullshit, man. Um, because I used to be that way, man. I used to be in my own way with a lot of shit, and I never talk. I would never talk about my shit that's going on, man, because I didn't think anyone would want to fucking hear it. So over years and years in time, man, it built up a lot of anger, built up a lot of not trusting people, not just built up a lot of fucking shit, man. I had a wall really fucking high. And of course, so now I lit this wall down, and of course, like I said, on so and forth. So pretty much, man, for the past couple weeks, man, I have not heard from her. I haven't heard from her. I quit reaching out to her over a week ago. Because I pretty much came to the conclusion with this that I'm a firm believer, man. If you want something fucking bad enough, man, you go out there and you go fucking fight for it, man. That's just me. Like, every time I try to talk to her, man, she wouldn't want to talk to me because, whatever, because apparently when the stuff was going direct, months and months ago, man, I got irritated with it because it's just like nothing's changing. We're like month 4 in, like nothing's changing. And he keeps, putting her down. He's like, he knows exactly what the fuck to do to trigger her shit, man. And that's what pissed me off. Wasn't pissing me off that she wanted to talk about it or whatever. It was pissing me off because of the shit that he was doing and she would allow it to happen. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, and there's like nothing going on, nothing really changing there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that of course that irritated me. But then ever since that happened, man, she felt like she could never talk to me about anything, so she wouldn't talk to me about anything, man. Nothing talk. If I ask her some questions, it would be like nothing, or I get vague answers, or or it'd be deflective answers or some shit like that. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're talking, but we're not talking. You know what I'm saying? So like, anyway, this mishap happened a month ago. I went down to this is where I fucked up at. Whereas I hate being put on ignore, right? And I give a shit about this woman, so I want to go fix it. Whatever's going on, whatever the fucking is actually going on. So I go to her house unannounced that Sunday, the very next day. Of course, the talk did not go my way. She got irritated, and she gets irritated a lot, dude. Every time like I try to talk about what's going on, man, she gets irritated like all fucking rip, dude. And it's like, and then on top of that, it's like what pisses me off, man, is that she'll come attacking me personally about my past relationships and all shit like that, bro. Like she be just be on some mean ass shit for no fucking reason, bro. For no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, and bro, that should be pissing me the fuck off because it's like I didn't, Man, like, and I'm sorry though, man. Here's the thing. Okay, now I love this girl to death, man. I still do to this day. I still give a lot of shit about her. Here's the thing, though, man, is that she tells me she loves me. She gives a lot about me. Her nieces tell me I mean the world. I mean a lot to her. Blah 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 blah. Here's the thing, man. I'm all about fucking actions, not words. You can tell me, you can tell a person you love them and all that bullshit like that over and over again, man. But when your actions speak a different vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? So like, she be coming at me about my past getting just being the meanest shit for no fucking reason, bro. Didn't do a fucking thing to deserve it. You know, and even then, man, I will say this right now that even the arguments, which we have not really, okay, she would get into an argument. She would want to get an argument, man. I'm trying to just talk to her like I'm talking right now. Like, I wouldn't, there was maybe one or two, maybe three times, dude, I lost my shit with her because I was tired of the attitude, tired of the fucking coming at me and shit like that. Like, that shit, I got over that shit. And then, um, man, like I said, man, but she just kept on doing it, man. And I'm just like, dude, bro, like, I don't fucking get this shit. So, she did tell me a couple weeks ago that the reason why she's not really talking to me or not talking to me at all is because she knows that we talk, we'll reconnect and blah 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 blah. Then she tells me like she tells me that she can see a future with me, she can see a forever with me. Right now, she's not ready for forever. Okay, so but then when we get into an argument the next, or she gets in an argument with me the next day, and then it's like we're not compatible. Blah blah. I'm like, well, what the fuck is it? Are we not compatible, or you see forever with me and you're fucking scared out of your mind, man? Fuck, dude, I'm scared too. My longest relationship I've been in, man, was like 8 fucking months, and that was when I was in eighth fucking grade. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've never been in a serious relationship with anyone, man. I've never got the chance to. The girls I have dated, man, I've gotten the honeymoon stage, if you will, got the honeymoon stage, and by the time shit was getting fucking serious, whatnot, they fucking gone. So never had a relationship where we've talked about marriage, even got close to that, even really talked about really living together, bro. Like none of that shit. I've never experienced anything close to it. You know, so another reason I was in my own way at the start of all this is because with her, is because well, I honestly didn't know how to be in a fucking relationship, man. Like I'm used to being by myself for 2 years by my damn self. So when she came around, man, I'm pretty much having to relearn everything. I know the gist of what it's to be in a relationship, man. I get the gist of it. I just didn't know like the full on detail of it, man, because I've been been on the game for so long, and I just quit fucking trying. And so anyway, man, I guess because of the shit she had going on, and she felt like I wasn't paying her no attention. Now we didn't, yeah, man, we didn't go on no dates at first. Another reason because I was in my way of shit. You know what I'm saying? So we never really went out, and I take responsibility on my part on that. Because at the time, bro, she was all about me, or I can't really say all about me because she was also dealing with her ex at the time too, all that shit. So no, man, we've never had a chance yet, man, to be we've never had a chance to just for it to be me and her and see if this could really fucking work out. Man, we've never had that chance. It was either me in my own way, or her ex, or this other guy, or then the whole poly thing, and then now she's not ready for forever. And it's just the whole back and forth shit, man. One day she's cool with everything, the next day she's not. And then, and I understand, man, like, look, man, because of what she's had gone in the past, I get it. But here's the thing, man. We all have fucking trauma in our lives, man. Whether it's, some are bigger than others. But at the end of the day, it's our own fucking trauma. It's what we feel that's hit us the most. Now with the whole trauma, now with your whole past, man, you can either let that consume you, define you, or you can do something about it and and try and all that shit. I mean, you can do something about it, man. You can't keep using this fucking excuse of, oh, I went through this, went through that, man, forever and ever and ever, man. You just can't fucking do it. I felt back, so of course, man, I've been real down and out, man, the past couple weeks with all that shit, actually for the past couple months, man, because it's been a lot of hurt, man. It's a lot of hurt. If she was to call me up tonight, telling me that, hey, I miss you and I'm fucked up or whatever, and man, I'll be honest with you, Like I still love the girl, man. A big part of me would want to take her back, open arms and everything, man. But at this point right now, man, um, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. Because I, dude, like I tried my fucking hardest, man. And like I said, man, the past couple, we went on one date the past couple months, man. But the reason why I didn't proceed more dates with her, the past couple months is because, well, she was dead set on the poly thing, which means no matter what I fucking do or anything like that, man, there's no hope for this to work out. She was dead set that she wasn't folding or anything like that, and then, like I said, then she tells me on the couch a couple weeks ago that she's ready to kind of focus on us, whatever, some shit. If we get back together, poly thing won't be an issue. She's fine with it being me and her. I asked her twice if she was sure. She said yes both times. Then 2 days later, then it's, now I'm not ready. Or a week later, now I'm not ready. So it's like, so it's just a whole back and forth thing, man. Like, and I understand, man, people get your mood swings and shit like that, man. We all fucking have them. I have them myself as well. But the thing is, man, is that, you know, um, it's just that, man, it gets to a point, man, where it's like, I can't keep doing the same shit over and over again, man. I can't have things be fine for 3 weeks and then fucked up again for another month. And then back, oh, now you want me to come back down after 4 days of not talking to me, or whatever, man. It's just like love is hard, bro. Love is hard. I mean, I know a lot of my friends are married and shit now, and or have went through divorce and got remarried by now. Whatever it is, man. A lot of people that are watching this, man. Love is hard, man, and love is fucking scary and shit, man. But it takes two people to make that shit work, bro. It takes two fucking people to make that shit work. And and you have to work at it, man. It's not gonna be all fucking. Love is a bitch, yeah, man. Love is a bitch. Honestly, yeah, you're right. No doubt there. So I mean, but anyway, man. People wonder why I'm kind of an asshole sometimes, and I'm not really an asshole, man. I just don't put up with shit from no one from no more, and that's with anybody. Anybody, my family, friends, people I work with, whatever, man. I don't take shit from no one no more. Um, I'm one of those people, man. I'm a very bluntly honest person nowadays. I'm a very sarcastic asshole a lot of the times. All this other stuff like that, man. I'm very brutally honest with people, man. And if you want my opinion, I ask them like, "Are you sure you want my opinion?" You big meanie face, yeah. Um, if you want my opinion, man, I will give it to you, and I will ask you like because if I think it's a stupid situation or a fucked up situation to begin with, um, in my own head, and you want like, well, hey man, what do you think of this? I'm like, do you really want to know? Because I'll tell you. I'm not gonna just, no, you're really honest. Just be honest, yeah, man. So, um, I don't know. So yeah, I'm just like that, man. I just don't take shit from people, man. I've been through the ringer, man. My wall once again now, just like my wall was those first couple months with her, man. That she still holds resentment for those first couple months, man. That's the problem. Those first couple months, man, I didn't do jack shit. I didn't physically abuse her. I didn't verbally abuse her. I didn't do anything, man. I was just in my own little way for those first couple months. And I told her, man, it's like, just, when we first got together, man, I was like, man, like, look, just bear with me because I am learning on the fucking fly here, like pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, I guess it just wasn't fast enough for her. So, yeah, ever since then, man, it's just been a whole back and forth, back and forth, back and forth thing for the past like 8 fucking months, bro. So, I love the girl deeply, man. I really do. I understand. And then and she tells me, when she gets irritated, she's like, well, my ex understood me. I fucking hope so. I'm like, the motherfucker lived with you for 3 fucking years, day in and day out. So yeah, I hope he understood you. While I'm over here, like, I'm getting the back and forth thing. You're not willing to talk to me. You're not willing to open up to me about shit. So therefore, it's kind of hard to understand you and all this other stuff like that when you are just completely shutting me out. And it sucks, man, because, bro, like, this was a girl, man, I used to be able to go talk to about everything, man. We used to stay on the phone for 6 hours a night, 7 hours a night, man. Um, yeah, but sometimes walking away, man, isn't really the answer either, man. You know, I'm not the one to really give up on shit, man. I'm just not, man. You want, like I said earlier, man, you want something bad enough, man, you'll go fight for it, man. Unfortunately, man, I can't fight no longer for this situation. I've tried and tried for the past handful of months. And it's just bro, like it felt like it was finally going one way one time, and then another time, boom, Bert. And then, bro, it's like she would tell me, man, she would tell me like she'd be at the line, bro, at the line to falling in love with me, man, and really want to be with me. But then when she got to the line, man, she took like fucking 20 steps backwards every fucking time, dude. She fought herself really on this whole shit for the past handful of months. And honestly, don't know the reason why. Don't know in that shit, man. I don't know if it's she's scared or anything like that. Like I said, bro, she would not open up to me. So therefore, I can never really understood what the hell was going on. Just like when she told me on the couch, she was ready to focus on us like that and focus on us, whatever. And then a week later, she's not ready. I'm just like, and it was all from sitting from that Saturday morning, man. Like, had that Saturday morning would have went differently, man, we still probably be talking, but everything would be fine. We wouldn't be having this. I wouldn't be having this little stream session here right now. Um, and I think everything would be okay. But like I said, man, she took it personally, and then this past couple weeks, man, we never had that talk about what happened that Saturday morning. I have not heard from her. I have not heard from her in at about 2 weeks now, 2-3 weeks. So yeah, man, we've talked every day, man, for the past 2 years, man. We've talked every fucking day, whether it was gaming or, I would call her on the way to work in the morning. She would call me on the way to work in the morning. We talked, for an hour change, while I was at work. And then we used to, then we would video chat every fucking night, man, for fucking hours on end, bro. This was the first girl I've had, man, that I could literally be on the phone. I hate talking on the fucking phone for one. If you ever need me or something, man, fucking text me, send me a message on Facebook, whatever. I absolutely just hate fucking talking on the phone. But this is the first girl, man, that I could literally be on the phone with her and for 5 or 6 hours, man, and we would talk about absolutely fucking nothing. Like, just bullshit, for 6 hours. And it wouldn't even feel like 6 hours, man. It felt like we were on the phone for 15, 20 minutes. Next thing we know, man, 6 hours went down and went by, and she's like, oh shit, man, we need to go to bed, whatever. So, I missed that a lot, man. I missed that with her a lot. I miss her a lot, man. I really fucking do. I don't know if she's gonna be watching this or not, or and stuff like that, or even see this, but yeah, Josh, I hear you. But anyway, man, that's kind of what I've been going through my depression, man. My whole thing is, man, I have a lot of people who say one thing and then do a whole other thing, man. A lot of people leave. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of bullshit, man. Because of this situation, man, is the reason why I had a wall up in the first place. Because I've been through this exact same shit right now before. And it's just like, man, it doesn't really make me trusting of people, what they fucking tell me, whatnot. I'm all about, nowadays, man, I'm all about fucking, you want to be here, fucking be here. Don't fuck off. So I mean, it's pretty much that simple, man. I told myself going into this year, 2022, man, I'm no longer with the bullshit, man. I'm just not, and it could be another girl I want to fucking date, man. It's gonna be the same fucking deal, bro. Like, I'm all caring, I'm all cool, and I'm all sweet and do the romantic bullshit things, whatever. But at the end of the day, man, I can read people very easily, man. And if you're on the bullshit, man, I don't got fucking time for it, man. I won't do the back and forth shit no more with anyone else. You start with that whole crap, whatever. And this, trying to say one thing but do another thing. You get the hell on. I mean, obviously you got some shit you gotta work through. But I mean, I still have hope that this person can reconnect and able to get to a point where me and her can finally have that chance without nothing else being involved, and we actually give it an honest fucking go. On both ends, man. Not just, I mean, like I said, man, I've done my part and shit like that in it too. But man, it's just, I'm just tired of the bullshit, man. Honestly, with everyone, so. Pretty much in a no fucks given type of mood. I've been that way here recently. So I mean, like I said, man, that was my dream, is to have my own family and shit at the beginning. Honestly, man, because of what's happened recently, man, and shit like that, man, I just, and it's happened over and over again, man. Not just for her, but with other relationships I've also been in as well. And it's just like, I just don't, I don't know, man. I've been pretty much losing hope in it, man. Honestly, um, the only hope that I can really have left, man, not necessarily for me, but for my daughter, is that I hope, man, that my kid grows up and doesn't know what depression is. She doesn't know what anxiety is. She doesn't know any of that bullshit. I hope she, um, it should still be there. Um, but yeah, man, I hope that all that kind of goes into she grows up and has her own life and everything's all great with that, man, and she doesn't has to go through as much heartbreak as I've gone through and shit like that, and stuff like that. So pretty much, man, that's my only dream, man, that I got left, man, for my kid, man, is that she grows up to have a successful life and stuff like that, man. So that's pretty much it, man. Just know if you're going through depression, man, and you're going through anxiety and shit like that. Yeah, I know, right? Um, but pretty much, man, for me, it's if you're going through depression, anxiety, man, if you're having suicidal thoughts or some shit, man, let me tell you this shit right now, bro. That shit is not the fucking answer, man. Fucking, there's no coming back from that, man. You do that bullshit, man, it's game over. There is no coming back from that. As long as you're alive and you're still willing to fight through it, man. However way you see fit to fight through it. Um, the suicide's just not it, man. And take it for someone, dude. I've attempted it twice. And but before I get off here, man, I don't know if he's watching right now, man. I think he's at church, but I will name drop one person, man. This guy, man, is Chris Haney, man. If you're watching, big shout out to you, bro, because this guy, man, he didn't have to, man, but um he reached out to me in a big way, man. About 2 weeks ago and shit like that, man. Man, he's also going through some stuff on his own, which what is, once again, is not my story to tell. It's not my business. But he's also going through some stuff on his own, man. So me and him have been pretty much every day, bro. Like, we've been talking back and forth, man, just helping each other out through the shit we're going through, man. So very big shout out to him, man, because if it wasn't for him reaching out, man, me being able to talk to someone like him, man, and be talking to him as well about what he's going through, man. Um, honestly, man, I don't think I would have made this video and shit like that, or this little stream thing right here. And this will be on my YouTube and shit like that. When I get done talking here, I'm gonna end this stream and then start up another stream video, because we'll be getting into some Warzone here in a little bit. But yeah, man, it's just it's been a lot on me, man. I've had my days, man. I broke the fuck down, man. I've had days where I didn't want to fucking go to work. I didn't go to work. Because I just, I don't know, man. I get in those moods, man, where I just don't see the fucking point of carrying on. Not necessarily saying suicide, but like, I don't see the point of carrying on, man, because if the universe is gonna tell you to go fuck yourself every time that you're trying to go for your dream, man, which in my case is having my own family, meet someone like that, and it's hard too, man, because it's hard. It's hard, man, because for me especially, because it's like I can't. That's like the one fucking thing I can't have, right? That's the one damn thing I can't have as a family, man. But I'm constantly fucking surrounded by it. Constantly, dude. All my friends are married, got kids, all this other shit, bought their first house, and all this other shit, man. And it's fucking hard, bro. It really is. It's a constant fucking reminder, just about every minute of every fucking day, that, oh, yep, see this right here? Yep, that will never be for you. No matter how hard you try to work for it, no matter how hard you go for it, no matter what you do, what you fucking don't do, whether you go after it, you wait for it, it ain't gonna matter because it ain't gonna fucking happen for you. You know, so I don't know, bro. Like half of me is, I'm gonna be honest, man. Half of me is accepting that fact. Um, the other half is still a little hope there, and the little hope I have left, man, is it's very fucking thin, bro. Very fucking thin. You know, like, and so yeah, man. I don't know what's going to, you know, you never know what's gonna happen the next day, man. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Tomorrow is new opportunities, new chances at things and all much like that too. So you never know what the next day is going to bring, and yeah, people tell me like, well, man, and which is true, man. We are not promised tomorrow, so live every day like it's your last day. Um, which I guess is another reason why I fight so hard for things that I would like to have happen. Because we are not promised tomorrow, man. There is no fucking, um, there is no, um, there is no promise for tomorrow. So that's why, you know, I live every day, man. And if I see something that can be worked on, fixed on, man, I will try my best and do whatever the fuck I got to do to make that fucking happen, man. Like that's just it. And that's just not with relationships, man. That's with friendships, man. That's with, just like daily life shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like just daily life shit. And so yeah, man. I don't know what the future holds, man. I don't know. Me and her could reconnect, and it could wind up all working out, man. She could be the one. I seriously believe that she still is. Just right now, man, for whatever reason, man, she's got some work to do herself, bro. And I've mentioned it before, but of course the times I've mentioned it, she gets irritated and pissed off with me. So it's just like, and I'm like, man, I'm not doing it to fucking attack you. Like I'm saying this shit because I give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I can see it. There's obviously fucking problems there, man. That shouldn't be going on, whatever, man. And man, I do think, man, that I can offer a lot of shit, man. Some things I do struggle with, like everyone else does. Love yourself. Well, man, I do love myself, man. But at the same time, it's like, I'm also a fucking realist as well. So, um, but having said all of that, man, I still do love this girl very much, man. I love her kid very much. I got super attached to her kid as well. Like I said, man, I love that kid to death as well, man. And if I do never see him again or hear from him again, man, I hope nothing but the best for him. Um, she will always have uh so yeah, man, she'll always have a special place in my heart, man, along with her kid as well. And like I said, man, big shout once again, man, to Chris Haney, man. It's like I said, man, he's been a fucking godsend, bro, honestly. Because it wasn't for him, dude, I'd probably lose my fucking mind, honestly. Um, so Chris, man, if you're not watching this right now or you see it later on, man, um, you know, uh, just let you know, man, I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate you for talking to me, man. Where you also got your own shit going on too, man. So it's like, and for you as well, man, and for anyone else, man, that's going through some shit and is afraid to talk about it or whatnot. Like I said, man, most of y'all I think are friends with me on Facebook, Instagram, whichever one. I'm on both of them, or you can put it here if you don't want people to see or whatever. Um, man, just hit me up, man. I'm willing to talk to you, man, help and give any advice I can help you out with, or just tell me what you're going through, man, and let me know how you handle situations, man. Um, Depending on how this goes and what the feedback I get on this is, man, I'm thinking about probably maybe doing this like probably like a once a week type deal starting off, man. Maybe create a whole nother YouTube channel for like deep talks about whatever life topics and shit like that, man. Do it for about an hour before I get on game and stream and shit like that, and stuff like that, and just kind of, I don't know, man, give people, I guess, the encouragement, I guess, to want to talk about shit or whatnot. And if you want to share your story or whatever it is you're going through, man, I'm all ears to hear it, man. And hopefully I'll be able to give you some advice that can maybe help you out with some shit, man. So, um, anyway, man, I'm gonna jump off this stream, man. Take me a few minutes break to kind of collect my shit a little bit, and then I think at 9 o'clock, man, we're gonna get some Warzone going. So, well, yeah, yeah, Joseph, yeah. My thing is, man. Okay, so yeah, so look, so it's like this, man. I think about doing like a podcast type format as well. Like I said, once a week, man. If you have a PlayStation 4 or 5, whatever, Xbox, it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, Xbox. If you play Warzone, I can talk to you through that. But really, if you have a PlayStation, man, in a way to where you're into your headset and shit like that, we'll get in a party chat going on, whatever. I miss you too, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, if you ever want to get on, man, want to do like this whole like podcast. I'm thinking about doing something like this like once a week, man, just to kind of like reach out to people, man, and talk about it and shit. Like I said, man, I'm thinking about starting up a whole another YouTube channel for that. Because obviously, man, I want my gaming shit to be my gaming shit, obviously. Um, but yeah, man, yeah, Joseph, man, I'm down, man. We'll have to set it up, man. But anyway, man, like I said, man, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go smoke me a cigarette, man. Just kind of click my shit for a sec. Um, but yeah, 9 o'clock, man, we're gonna get the stream going for Warzone. We'll be back on gaming and shit. Podcast, yeah. Well, that's what I kind of want to do, man. That's kind of what I want to set up is like a whole podcast because I love to talk, man. Like I'll fucking ear fuck everyone and shit like that until they're tired of hearing my shit. But so, but but yeah, man. Like I said, man, if yeah, man, appreciate it. Thank you. Like I said, man, if you want to hit my inbox up, man, you guys are, yeah, Josh, yeah, man, I'm down for it, man. Yeah, like I said, man, if we get like a whole group of people like in chat one night or something like that, man, it'd be pretty fucking dope. Um, that'd be another thing I'd like to start doing too, man. Reaching out to people and shit like that. Um, but anyway, man, to those of you that took the time, man, to come in and chill out and shit like that, and listen to me, rant and vent and kind of talk about what I've been going through and shit like that. Maybe and I'm sure there's probably a lot of key points I missed too. I didn't really like plan this shit. I just kind of just went with the flow and how everything was gonna come out. Let me know what y'all think, man. If everything goes well and I get a lot of good feedback on it, man, we'll continue it. I'd like to continue it and see how it goes. And honestly, man, that's what I got going on right now, man. I try and stay busy and shit like that, man, and with work and whatnot that I do go to work and don't get sent home early because we're just slow as fuck right now. And I get on, man, and have a good time with the guys, man. We play and shit like that, we just vibe out and shit for a couple hours, man, and we stream. And if people want to come and check that out, YouTube Trash Panda Gaming. We're on stream about every single night of the week. I won't be on stream all this coming weekend. I got my daughter with me, and we'll be up north at my mom's house. And I'm not taking all my gaming shit apart no more and shit. That means it's just a fucking hassle. So there will be no streaming or no gaming this coming weekend, but we'll be back on it. I think probably Sunday night. So I'll be on tonight streaming here in a little bit, and I'll be back on stream tomorrow night, gaming, and then Friday and Saturday we'll be taking off stream, or at least I will be. But yeah, man. I appreciate y'all coming in, checking it out, man, and listening to me and coming to support me, man. It means a lot. It does. So yeah, man. Like I said, man. Oh, for real? No, I don't know, man. My mom's shit was the one that's crashing all the time. My grandmother's shit, dude. I've had no problems with it. Um, but anyway, man. I'm gonna jump off here. Like I said, click my shit, go smoke your cigarette. Kind of, get the mindset to go game and have some fun here in a little bit, man. So, appreciate it, man. Love you too, man. But yeah, man. Like I said, let me know what y'all's feedback is. If y'all got shit y'all want to talk about, man, hit me up on my messenger, either Instagram, Facebook, whichever. If you want to, you want to put your phone number down in there or some shit, we can text back, forth, talk on the phone, whichever it is you want to do, man. I'm willing to listen to anybody, what problems they got going on, whatever, man. If you need someone to talk to, if you think, just, like I said, bro, if you're going through the same shit I'm going through, man, Suicide is not the fucking answer. It's not, man. If you're having those thoughts, man, or know anyone else, or know anyone that's having those thoughts, shit, man, bring them to me, dude. I don't have to fucking know them. Like, like I'll be willing to hear their story, hear all that shit, man, and see what they got going on. Um, but anyway, guys, man, I'm gonna jump off here. We're gonna be on the gaming shit here in about 10 minutes, and then that's it, man. So I love you guys, appreciate it, man, and yeah, y'all have a good rest of the night, man.